go. 2 o'clock. We got that. We got this. Okay, let's read some of these comments. Let's get started. Duplicate. And that's it for the tags. Cool. Let's get this link out. What's going on, J-Love? I don't know where everybody else at because I didn't communicate. I've been trying to hook up this PS4, so I might have to let them know that we're doing it. I know that, let me see, Big Money should be in here. Let me see. We got Sick. Got those guys. Let me see. Let me see who else is in here. Hey, J-Love, you there? Hello? Okay. You're talking, but I don't hear you. Hold on, let me see. Desktop. Oh. Hello? Okay, everything else is good. Okay. J-Love. Man, I cannot hear you. I don't know if your mic is on or not, but I'm no sound is coming through. Okay. Nothing coming through on your side. Okay, let me get live. Okay. What's going on, Room Rush, Raph? What's going on? Triggers Retro. What's going on? What's going on, Room Rush? Okay, Eddie's here. Eddie. Is there something going on with the mics? Because I can't hear you guys, but I see your mics moving. Yeah, J Love, I can't hear either one of you guys, and I don't know why. Hello? There we go.
Yo, JayTech, just get.
Okay, I got you.
Oh, well, y'all can hear me. Okay,
Yeah, I can hear you. They put the output on something else. When I started when I started Discord, they put it on something else. I don't know why they put it on something else. Hold on, let me save everything. Everything saved, okay.
No, Yellow just came in the building.
I don't know what the fuck happened. What's going on, Yellow? I thought you had that birthday party.
Well, I heard you crying saying that you couldn't get J-Lover.
No, they were here.
What I'm saying is, reason you couldn't, because they ain't light skinned like me. You know what I'm saying? So I had to come and save your ass.
Fucking Yellow with his own light skin jokes. What's going on, man?
What's going on, bro? Yeah, we ain't gonna be able to make it. My guy couldn't get up, so.
Nah, bro, like everything good
like
today.
You,
huh?
I want to be like Yellow when I grow up.
What you mean?
You want to be light skinned?
Light skinning is winning, baby.
I want to be I want to be like he probably the next R&B Sure, man.
Oh, for real?
You might as well say.
Yeah, he the next R&B Sure, man.
So guys, I'm up here about to load some of these. Me and Yellow was talking about this PC that kind of looks just like the Xbox, but a little bit better. And I think everybody should see it. A lot of the journalists have put out articles. I believe 3 major journalists have put out an article about it's basically a PC. And look, we all was thinking it when we saw it for the first time. Yeah, it's exciting. I'm not going to lie. It's exciting. I saw a live reaction video of the new Xbox. Yeah, I heard another angle. There was a good amount of crowd cheering. But I don't think it was on the level of God of War or the reveal of The Last of Us Part 2. Like, it was there, but it wasn't like that, you know?
Man, that thing look like a damn ice box, man.
It is an ice box. Right? They call it the Icebox One. So they call it.
The Icebox One. That niggas is crazy. Well, you gave him ammo, Jay. You know that, right? You gave him ammo. You know that, right?
Jay?
They just...
What I did?
Let me tell you what you. Let me tell you what you did. You was running Sinuous Sacrifice. You was playing that live streaming that, right?
Yeah.
You know them niggas is hype about that shit now. You know what I'm saying? You know that.
They was hype. They was only hype for Part 2, but we don't know how many of the people bragging about Part 2 even played Part 1. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's all more on PS1. It's all more on PS1.
So I mean, what I basically did was verify that no, that's not gonna get me personally, JayTechTV. It's not gonna get me to buy a new Xbox because I'm playing it for the first time. I wanted to see what all the hype was about, so I said, since everybody hyping about Part 2 that didn't show any gameplay, maybe I should go play Part 1 and see what it really is. And again, I didn't see any Xbox fans try to spoil the story. And you want to know why they didn't try to spoil the story? Because they didn't play the fucking game.
Facts,
you know?
Facts. They didn't buy it. No, they didn't buy it.
Exactly.
They didn't buy the game. No.
They didn't buy that shit.
PlayStation. There's so more on the PlayStation. The niggas don't support them.
Yeah, we already know that shit sold more on PlayStation than Yellow's hairline. We know these things. You know?
Oh, fact, yeah. Them niggas is selling out, man.
These are things we know.
They just posted a picture of the PlayStation 5.
I got all 4 pictures. We're gonna cover it, but from what I've heard, it's fake. But we're still covering the fake pictures, Eddie. I have all 4 pictures, but they're all fake.
Man, that pissing me off with that.
But look, Eddie, these are the things I told you. You gotta look out for it when it's about to be a new system coming out, when it's E3 coming
the
out.
Bullshit, the fuckery's coming.
Exactly. You should understand. There's gonna be a lot of misleading. It might look real.
Quick question, Joe. Not to cut you off, Eddie. How long have you been gaming, bro?
I gotta look at my neck. That's what I got.
No, I'm just asking. I'm not trying to be funny or call shots or anything
still
like
gotta
that.
look at my neck because it's.
Shut up. But Jay, Eddie, how long you been gaming, bro?
Since the PlayStation, since the Nintendo 64 and the PlayStation.
Okay. Well, one thing, and again, I'm not critiquing you or anything like that, but I'm just saying it's gamer intuition. You know what I'm saying? You pretty much been gaming long enough to understand what's going to be real and what's going to be fake. But to come to fruition but to come to fruition of the conversation, bro, Sony doesn't have to announce shit, bro.
I know that.
Microsoft had to. That was something Microsoft had to do.
But I was just saying, they need to stop posting pictures of the real and the fake. Just Sony do it them.
Oh, they gonna do them.
Shit, it be pissing me off what they showing. The new PlayStation 5, this, that, the controllers, all that shit's. All you've seen is a dev kit and a controller. That's it. Yeah. Unless motherfucking Sony has officially announced it, you know what I'm saying? It's not real.
Yep, not real.
What?
Okay, Yella.
What up?
We're already live, as you guys know. We started 2:00. Might be a little early, like a minute or two, but we make sure we're here by 2:00. A lot of people a little bit late, but that's all right. The topics are simple, very simple.
Question before we go any further: is this going to be a controlled environment?
Doesn't look like anybody give a fuck that we're live, so I guess we're gonna be in a controlled environment until the defenders try to come on, and I will just smack the fuck out of these guys. Again, we're gonna limit it today to at least 10 people. That's the maximum amount of people that will join today. Other than that, if you a broadband bully or an Xbox fanboy, I don't care what you are, stay your ass in the comment section. You are not invited today. Okay? You had all week. If you wanted to conversate with me, I've unblocked a lot of people. Okay? I'm putting out a new branch towards everybody. Okay? So everybody know everything been going on my Twitter account. Y'all can spy on me all you fucking wanted all week. So if you wanted to be on the show, you should have contacted me. Now, if you want to be on next weekend's show, again, you got to go on Twitter, ask me. I will gladly say yes. I'll send you the invite to the Discord. You're a member of the Discord. Wait until Sunday around 2:00. Join, and we can start talking.
Can I say something too?
Yeah.
Oh, no. All right, you know the video of the old Ghost streamer video and the new video?
Yeah.
They saying
it's a downgrade.
Yes.
Yeah, I already know.
That's
every time we get a new game, they gotta claim downgrade. So just
they always do that. Yeah, you get used to that narrative. Yeah, get used to that shit.
Every time. Remember, Spider-Man was a downgrade because it didn't have puddles in a certain area. God of War was a downgrade. Uncharted 4 was a downgrade. Horizon Zero Dawn was a downgrade. So I'm not even fazed by that. We already know the line.
I know that, but I hate the word. I hate saying this word. They retarded because
no. They are. They are. They're very fucking crazy. No, it's true, man.
I hate to say this word.
Hey, bro, it's true though, man. They not the brightest tool in the shed, and y'all would know that.
The old video, the trees was different colors. In the new video, is just other colors. So if they didn't see that, then they retarded. They don't know. They don't know their colors then.
It's all right. It's in a different area. It wasn't rainy. The sun was out, and it, like you said, it was a different area of the forest. If these guys are not smart enough to know the Japan landscape, then they are just fucking stupid. Because
in the video, what color were the leaves?
They were yellow.
Thank you.
And the other one, they were set ablaze, plus they were orangish red.
Thank you.
Yeah, and they're different types. They're not the same exact leaf. That's like going outside and say every tree is going to look the exact same. No, it was a different texture because it was a different type of tree. that those leaves were falling off. It's just like the cherry blossoms. We know about the cherry blossoms when it comes to well, I do. When it comes to anime, there's gonna be at least one episode with cherry blossoms, and those are the ones that look the same. Other than that, other type of trees are not gonna look like cherry blossoms, and they're not gonna fall like cherry blossoms. You know.
That shit, Jay.
But we know Xbox are on a stupid trip. You know, they've been on a stupid trip all generation, so it is what it is. Open challenge though, until we get filled up. We only got 4 people. Snow Bunny says she's coming a little bit late. She's out with her mother. I don't know where Big Money is. I did not conversate with him because I'm trying to get this PS4. Yellow, no, I've been procrastinating and shit. I gotta hook this shit up with all the games and themes, which but for the most part, everything's good. I'm getting 3-on-3 basketball there for the kids. Wipeout is completely installed. NBA 2K20, the demo, Wipeout demo, Brawlout demo, FIFA 20 demo. Those are all gonna be there for the kids. And then they got Minecraft, and then what's that other game? The Crash Team Racing. And then of course they got the 3 controllers. They got my old black controller, they got the new navy blue controller, and then they got the standard black that comes with the console. So it's 3 of them. So she said she'll be here to pick up the console tomorrow at 11 o'clock in the morning. So I want to make sure everything is ready now, so I won't have to worry about this shit tonight. These motherfucking games, bro, I tell you, like some of these third party, they really need to figure out a way to make their game smaller, because even the fucking demos are fucking huge. NBA 2K20, why is the fucking demo 34 gigabytes? 35 gigabytes. Okay, what the fuck is up with that? Omega Collection demo wasn't bad. The NBA 2K20 demo, I don't think was that bad. Let me go see what that was. Oh, that was horrible. Yeah. The 2K20 demo is 41 gigabytes. Why? It's a demo. It's a fucking demo. I'm tired of... Huh?
Got LeBron James in it?
Shut up. But look, I know what they did. They basically gave you the whole game, but they cut off the whole game and they put a demo portion, and then if you buy it, you'll unlock the rest of the thing. That's not what we want. We want the demo. So cut that 41 in half and make that shit fucking 20. Like, that's a waste of the fucking gigabytes, bro. Let me go see what's going on with this fucking Brawlout. Brawlout, not bad. That's a demo. That's 1 gig. Wipeout, not bad. That's 14 gigs. But yeah, the 2 major third-party sports games are completely just humongous as far as demos are concerned. And they do this all the time. Me and Yella knows this when it comes to Battlefield. Big-ass game, bro. Battlefront, big game. EA's stay forever doing that shit when it comes to their games. Big-ass fucking downloads. And they don't even gotta do that shit. You know? God damn, they gotta stop that dumbass shit. Next gen, I think it's gonna be worse, bro. Some of these games are definitely gonna be 100 gigs for no fucking reason. You know? They're gonna be 100 gigs for no reason. I'm pointing over there to you, fucking Rockstar, with Red Dead Redemption 2. Almost 100 fucking gigs. They gotta cut that shit out, man.
There's a lot going on with that age.
It is a lot going on, but come on, man. Fuck out of here. What's going on? Spartan God, Cyber Dragon, I see you. I always want to wait for everybody else to get here, but it is what it is. What we gotta talk about first, the pictures are already in the email, so I'm gonna go transfer those to the computer, and while I'm doing that, we'll talk about our first topic. That will be the Xbox. Let's tear it down. We're gonna talk about visuals for at least 5 to 10 minutes. What's your thoughts when you saw it? Everybody take a turn. I'm going to go last. When you saw the Xbox Series Xbox Series X, goddamn, I'm already fucking up. This is confusing as fuck. When you saw it, what do you think? Eddie, you go first.
I was laughing my ass off.
Like, what do you think of it? Like, what do you think of the shell of it? Like,
thought it was, at first I thought it was a PC. In my head, I thought it was a PC. I thought, like, what the hell? I'm still confused. Why they want to make a PC console? I don't get it. I thought it would be called Xbox Scorpio. I thought it was about to be that, but they named it that name. They naming that Xbox Series something X. I'm surprised they would come out with this type of system. But they saying that's gonna be a different. They coming out with other one. They're coming out with 2 systems. They say. So I don't know what to say about this system. Yeah, I don't know what to say because I don't believe this. That's gonna. I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say, y'all. Because my bad.
Yeah, J Love, what's next, bro? Because I was confused too, but I did see it as a PC. I think a lot of people saw that shit and they was like, "Are they making a PC with Xbox, software in it?"
That's what I thought. I thought the same thing. That's what I was thinking. Like,
but
this shit look like a PC,
I don't think we're wrong. I think we're right. It's definitely more powerful than the majority of PCs out here. That's what the PC community is threatened by. We're going to talk about Next Gen 720's initiative. But before we talk about that, Yella, what was your thoughts?
Up top?
Yeah.
I looked at it as a PC. We was in the chat together, and that's the first thing I said, bro.
That's
Xbox,
what we said.
PC.
Mm-hmm.
So upon the future narrative with Xbox, like I said, bro, it was needed that they did the approach that they did. Yes, Microsoft, you fired the first shot. Okay, you did. You came out with the eye of the tiger, as I say. As a brand, it just feels as though it had to be done upon them because they had an entire generation where they continuously stumbled and fucked up. You know what I'm saying? What a lot of people fail to realize is, yes, Hellblade, it's coming. But like y'all stated before, and it's a proven fact, the majority of the Xbox fan didn't support it. So don't sit there and scream about a fucking game that you don't know nothing about. But at the same time, you got to worry about some gems called Ghost of Tsushima and The Last of Us 2. Is that momentum going to carry over when those games drop? You see what I'm saying? What was the reveal of any substance, or just to basically say, hey, here's our console? Because at the end of the day, like I said, man, Sony doesn't have to really do anything. They've been doing it. And that's putting fanboyism aside. You know what I'm saying? From a business standpoint, they've been doing that's why they have all these motherfucking sales. And to the people out there that want to be all concerned about, a brand and a fan, cool, that's fine. But men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. And 100 fucking million, you think they're going to transition their ecosystem since what's his name? Was the Flat Earth nigga? What's his name? Post up? Yeah, he was basically speaking about the ecosystem, right? Okay, so if that's the case, you think 100 million people that are tied to the motherfucking PlayStation ecosystem gonna fucking go for Xbox? I mean, it was this generation where it mattered the most. It really did. You know what I'm saying? And it's good to see that they have that fight in them, but it's to see do they have enough fight in them.
I think Yella and JayTech. Y'all was there when I betted
Big money.
When I bet Next Gen $100 that Ghost of Tsushima was going to go diamond.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I remember you
Ghost of Tsushima is going to go diamond.
Yeah. When we talk about diamond, what are we talking about? What's that mean?
It's going to go 10. It's going to send 10 million copies.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I got Ghost of Tsushima doing 10 million. Even though, we know Last of Us is obviously gonna do that. But if you're a smart gamer, even if you're planning not to buy a PS4, if for whatever reason you skip this generation 6 years, I don't know why, but for whatever reason, let's say you skipped it and you do know you getting a PS5, buy that game because we know PS5 is 100% backwards compatibility with these fucking titles.
But I don't know, y'all, about Ghost of Tsushima. I don't know. Last of Us 2
No, I know, but we're talking about 10 million lifetime. We're not talking about 10 million day one, Eddie. Right. Spider-Man sold what? 10? It's at 9 million in the beginning.
3 million in 3 days.
Yeah, but at the beginning of this year, they stopped it at 9 million in January. So by this time, Spider-Man's probably already at 10 million because of the Black Friday sales. But we still didn't get the final sales. Now, I do want to go over the NPD because we did get a confirmation that the Death Stranding made it on the NPD's software chart at number 7. And for PlayStation 4 games, it was number 3. So Gears did not chart. So when I told people Death Stranding was going to do better than Gears, it did have a higher Metacritic score before people started chopping down on it. And then it did win more awards than Gears Award at the Game Awards and other websites. So, again, Death Stranding is a better game than Gears. We did see we got a lot of shit to talk about when it comes to share. When I start sharing the screen, but we did see some shit when it concerns Rod Ferguson, the guy that's behind Gears 5. He was disappointed that the female character didn't get the Best Acting Award at the Game Awards, and Mads got it from Death Stranding, which plays Cliff, the military guy. So he was disappointed. And of course, Gears wasn't nominated for a lot of shit, so for it to lose in the acting category, and like I said, he's so disappointed, Gears didn't win shit else that night. Death Stranding took home 3 awards for music, acting, and best art game direction. So those are some big heavy-duty awards, you know? Yeah, I know it didn't win Game of the Year, but we still got Sekiro, which is a multiplat. So when you want to go brag about a multiplat, you need to make sure that multiplat is exclusive to your platform. And the definition of multiplat, it's on multiple platforms. So I don't want to hear nobody saying, it wasn't something Game of the Year. That game's on PS4, Xbox, and PC. So it is what it is.
And guarantee more of the sales came from PlayStation. Exactly,
as we all know. Plus, we got those 2 dynamic themes for free. I know this because I had to download some themes for this new, these new PS4 adopters. I'm hooking the system up.
But Jay, but anybody here, like Yella and you, Jay, are y'all paying attention to the PlayStation exclusives? Because if I was trying to tell Next Gen this on the last week's podcast that if you look at, for example, PlayStation exclusive games from last gen to this gen, they are selling more and they're going higher than they ever been. And that's why I said Ghost of Tsushima is going to go diamond, because the fact that if you look at Guerrilla Games, right, they games never sold as well until they put out Horizon Zero Dawn and their second attempt on a new IP. The same is going to be for Sucker Punch. This new IP is going to be just like...
Be a banger, bro.
It's going to be a banger. It's just going to be like Horizon Zero Dawn, and this game is going to take off. I'm telling you, it has a momentum in its favor. It's not like Death Stranding. This game has its momentum. Everybody's anticipating Ghost of Tsushima.
Right.
This game
and you want to know what I like about Ghost of Tsushima? If you go sit up there and try to celebrate Sekiro, which most Xbox fans don't play Souls games because it's too difficult, and that did not have any co-op. It was single player.
What are you talking about? We play them.
I'm talking about Xbox. I didn't say PlayStation Legion, people. But long story short, if you're going to try to celebrate Sekiro winning Game of the Year, but then you're going to turn around and bash Ghost of Tsushima, you're, again, walking contradiction. You're a fucking hypocrite. How you going to like how you going to like Sekiro in the same similar time period and fucking just shit all over Ghost of Tsushima? I saw it in real time. I saw it that night. I saw it that fucking night, bro.
They got mad about the game because Sekiro got Game of the Year. Everybody was mad because what the Underworld, what that game is for Xbox, came out for Xbox.
What?
Outer World, what was that?
Outer World. Yeah,
that's why they got upset. They got mad. That's why they ain't.
It was funny because it's still the same situation, Eddie. It's a multiplat. The game wins, and what? It's available on PlayStation, PC, and fucking Xbox. Like, I'm trying to figure out why would you be bragging about the Outer Worlds winning Game of the Year if the game is available on 3 platforms?
He would say that game is stupid. I didn't play that damn game. I want Outer World to win that Game of the Year. I'm like,
that's crazy, bro. Of course they didn't play Sekiro.
Man, shut up. Damn. Everybody liking the game. I like it.
Snow Bunny.
What's up?
What's up, Snow Bunny, honey?
Hey, sorry I'm late, guys, but I was at my mom's house.
Man, you was baking cakes, Snow Bunny?
Huh?
You was baking cakes and cookies?
No. I had to drop off some stuff to her and pick up some stuff. That's all.
No, that's what's up.
Yeah.
What you thought about the Game Awards, buddy?
Do we even have to bring up that night?
We do. that's look. All we gotta do, we gonna chip off some stuff that you want to talk about. Just talk about the highlights.
Let me tell you what my night was. I didn't get off work till 7:30. I didn't get home till 8 o'clock.
Damn.
And she didn't get that glass of Moscato Pour till 8:02.
And then after I got home, my friends was like, "Oh yeah, Game Awards tonight." I'm like, "When does it start?" I fell asleep halfway through it.
Don't feel bad. I fell asleep right at the ass end of it.
Yes, Yellow fell.
No, I didn't even. I had to ask my friend the next morning who won Game of the Year because I fell asleep. I was asleep like an hour before it ever ended.
Well, you didn't miss nothing, sweetheart.
That's what I heard because my friend was going all off the chain about who won Game of the Year.
He's definitely entitled to it.
Yeah.
JayTech, you noticed that Death Stranding has a majority of the Game of the Year awards, right? It's leading right now with 15.
Yeah, I wanted to cover that. I know a lot of people are gonna say, "Hey, it didn't win that night, so it didn't win a lot."
Days Gone actually won a Game of the Year award as well.
Yeah, Days Gone won one Game of the Year so far. Look, that's not the only fucking place that gives out awards. If you're an Xbox fan and you're gonna continue to say every fucking year, just because a PlayStation game doesn't win over there, it doesn't matter if it wins everywhere else, you're stupid. Why do you think there was a Game of the Year edition of Spider-Man or the Game of the Year edition of Horizon Zero Dawn? Because it won other places that also matter. So they count that shit up. And if it's a good enough number, that game is going to be re-released with all content as a Game of the Year version. You know? BioShock. I remember BioShock got some Game of the Year editions. You know? It wasn't just because it won at that show. It was because it won a lot of other places. So you got to be considerate when you're talking about...
A bunch of games did that. You got Borderlands, Batman. If you get at least one, you might as well just reap the benefits, you know? Promote yourself.
Yeah.
So, bullshit on Xbox fans. Like, Gears didn't win a single award yet this year for Game of the Year.
Go to the website, Jay. It's like the Game of the Year blog, so you can show them, like...
I want to do that, but I forgot the name. So, what is it? Game of...
Game of the Year, picks.blogspot.com.
Pixblog.hairline.com.
Close enough.
Cool. Oh, okay. We got it. Okay,
Resident Evil 2's fourth with like 6.
Okay, we're gonna do the share thing in just a little bit. I just want to make sure I get I want to make sure I got to get these pictures that we're gonna be using. So hold on one second, because we got the fake PS5 pictures, and then we got all of these other pictures. We're gonna start talking about some of these topics with images. You know, it's
Yo, Jay, are we gonna talk about MLB The Show too? Going third party.
Okay. Well, let me go get these pictures out. So let's start talking about that.
Jim was excited.
Yeah, let's talk about MLB. I thought did we cover? We didn't cover it.
I would love to hear Jay Love's opinion about it.
It happened Monday after our last show.
Oh shit. Okay, that's why it seems so far away. Okay.
Jeez.
Yeah, let's talk about it. Jay Love. You can start on this topic.
Yeah, that shit kind of had me shocked, yo. But in a way, I understood why they did what they had to do. You know what I'm saying? I was kind of like, damn. But at the same time, I was like, fuck, man. Nothing they could do about it, man. If MLB license is up, and they say, yo, man, we want to expand it, it's nothing, you know.
You want to keep it?
That's
you gotta take this ride.
Huh?
Man,
so if you want to keep it, you got to take this ride.
The announcement caused a fucking nuclear meltdown.
Yeah.
It did.
It caused
it was like God of War went multiplat. That's how Xbox fans were treating it, bro. They were pretending.
No. Some PlayStation fans. That's who I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
Jack Move, fucking Johnny.
I expected Xbox fans to lose their shit about it, but no, I'm talking about the PlayStation fans had a nuclear fucking meltdown.
I ain't gonna front. I did in some way because Snow Bunny. Let me tell you something. These dudes are cheering and happy because Xbox console is so shitty. They're begging for ports from PlayStation games to go on their console. Their console is so shitty. They got to act for a baseball game. They're dying for a baseball game to crossover. That's how shitty they
Can I say, look,
man.
will they support the game? Will they support it?
No. But we know a lot of people over on Xbox were the ones wanting this game. So
Nintendo fans will definitely buy it.
Yeah, they'll buy it.
I know some people will buy on Xbox.
Yeah,
there'll
be a good number that will support that game. But I don't know, man. I mean, when I see these guys,
you think we should have locked it down, JayTech? You think we should have locked that down, or what? You think we should just bail down?
There was no. This is what I think. This is what I think. There was no way to lock it down because we already had it locked down. We can't lock something down that we already had locked down for fucking 15 years. Yes, next year matters. Next year matters because it's not on Xbox, PC, or Nintendo Switch next year. The contract, it ends in 2021. So we get one more year of the game being only on one platform. So yeah, idiots that are spreading the rumor around will go to retailers and try to pick up the 2020 version of MLB The Show, and I will be laughing at these guys because they have to wait until 2021. Same fucking deal with Final Fantasy. We already knew that was a timed exclusive. Why? Square Enix put all Final Fantasies everywhere else. PC, Switch, Xbox, everywhere. So we knew Final Fantasy VII Remake was not going to stay exclusive. I knew. You didn't see me doing that Death Stranding shit that I was doing. Because I was waiting for Square Enix to
That's why they brought that collector's edition.
That's why I'm buying the game. I'm not going to be like that. I'm buying the game, but I'm not doing a collector's edition. I will be buying the game digital in preparation for the PS5. Actually, my whole catalog for 2020 will be digital in preparation for the PS5. But yeah, I already figured that Square Enix was going to fuck up. But for them to put it on the box that is only a exclusive until March of 2021.
Talking about Final Fantasy?
Yeah, I was like, again,
it's obvious.
You cut.
No, there was a lot of PlayStation fans out here who was arguing everybody down, saying it was not going to go multiplayer.
Oh, that shit was going to go multiplayer. That was a no-brainer.
I mean, like I said, it's a no-brainer, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but there was a lot of
but you know what, though, Snow Bunny?
Fans.
You know what, Snow Bunny? Square Enix made it look like it wasn't multi-plat.
Yeah,
they
were doing that.
Made it look like that.
Yeah,
they made it look like that.
And that's what I was arguing. I was like, Sony stopped paying for exclusives with the PlayStation 3. Hence why Final Fantasy 13 was on all consoles.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, that's the thing. I was like, it's going to go multi-plat, but die-hard people
who having enough common sense, not to cut you off, but that's the same thing with Resident Evil.
Exactly.
Those were exclusive to PlayStation, so why are we not using the common sense?
Right.
Of the history of putting facts with facts. Put your fanboy shit aside, man. Just open up your fucking mind and realize that Final Fantasy VII is a multi-plat.
And that's why I was fighting a lot of people with the Horizon Zero Dawn thing, which nobody has given us a confirmation. We're almost at the end of the year, and yes, I got visuals, but we're almost at the end of the year. And the fact of the matter is, we got that holiday bundle. Remember, Yellow, we got the Black Friday bundle, where they're bringing that same exact bundle out for the holiday. What is it called? It's called the Only on PlayStation bundle. Horizon Zero Dawn Complete Edition is a part of that bundle. Now tell me, if the game was going multi-plat, and you know Sony doesn't use only on PlayStation games for games that they know are not going multi-plat, the public might not know, the fans might not know, but they know, so they don't put the Only on PlayStation logo on a lot of games. Not these days. Death Stranding didn't get it. Final Fantasy didn't get it. We got taught later on. Those games, we're going multiplat. So why the fuck is Horizon Zero Dawn a Complete Edition still a part of the Only on PlayStation bundle if it's in fact going to another platform? What I need people to stop doing. I know the Xbox fans like this fear-mongering thing, but when we do this shit to them, when we're always right, they get fucking pissed off. You're saying one of our games is going multi-plat because, again, let's all think about this. They want us in the same predicament as them. And that is not good for gaming. So because you low on the totem pole, you want us to be low on the totem pole. That's some bullshit. Think about it. Think about it. They failing right now because they don't have any real exclusives. Their identity used to be Halo, Gears, and Forza as a joke, right? That's not even the case anymore. Halo was willingly given up to the PC community. Not one, not two,
it's on Steam.
Not three, not four, not five, but the whole fucking collection.
Identity.
If I see an Xbox, if I see a troll, let me say, if I see a troll with a Master Chief, I don't call him an Xbox anymore because I don't know. I know the PC fans loved Halo back in the day, so I have to give that troll respect and not address them as an Xbox or a PC portbagger. Why? Because I don't know. Halo is a multi-platform game now. You see what that is? You see how that shit is? That's confusing as fuck when you're trying to bring out a new generation console.
Power your dreams, JayTech. I mean, you read the slogan?
Damn it! That slogan, it should be copyrighted now. Fucking power your dreams. That man, Sony should have came out and said, let's see you in court.
Far Cry was an Xbox exclusive. It was on it for Xbox. They didn't win multiplayer. They went to different systems.
What game was that?
Was that the first one?
Yeah, the first one was. The first one was.
BioShock was the same way. BioShock 1 went to the Xbox 360 first, and then it came to PlayStation later.
Mass 360
Effect,
early dominance.
Yep, Mass Effect was the same way. Mass Effect, what was it, 1?
The crazy thing is, the crazy thing is, bro, I was over on there on Xbox to witness that, and that's facts, Jay. You know what I'm saying? The Mass Effect, yes, came out on 360 first, had its momentum, had its run, then eventually came on PlayStation. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with BioShock. Yeah, man, a lot of these fucking games that used to be constant exclusive.
That's why you have to educate yourself on the difference between first, second, and third party.
But you want to know what's crazy?
Very easy.
What's crazy is, quick history in gaming. When they came out with Grand Theft Auto 4, remember how Xbox 360 had the first DLC? Okay. Not knowing, because again, I was early 20s, but not knowing what their plan was. Pretty much how they released episodes. You know what I'm saying? But it was, intertwined with the, and that was the same thing with Phil Spencer saying, "Oh, we don't want to buy timed exclusives." This the fucking y'all the ones who started that shit.
Exactly. I'm gonna change the image real quick. I got all the images here, so we're gonna change. Let's see what we gotta change it to real quick. Oh, fuck, I hate computers. With the fact before this shit fucking loads up if it wants to, I heard the next gen's trying this initiative, which I agree with. I don't agree with a lot of things. He says it doesn't matter if he was on my podcast. It don't matter if I go on his podcast. It's okay to disagree with an individual. But what I do agree with is the PC. We know majority of these guys, first of all, they're fraudulent. I haven't heard from these guys in the last week, so they know what's coming. They know how powerful this new Xbox is. No matter how ugly the shell is, what's inside obviously is what matters. And it's powerful as fuck. And I know a lot of PC fans are scared.
Yes, they should be.
Because you cannot claim dominance anymore. You can't. You might want to, but you can't.
It's over.
I want to talk about a pattern that me and Yella saw. This was the pattern of Sony's partnership with Epic Games Store. It was this. Yeah. They hold on. Let me finish. Don't freak out. It was that game with the animals. Remember the one when what was the name? Sean Layden was still working at Sony. It was. Remember when he said, No. It was like cartoony little animal critters four-player co-op game. It went under a lot of people's radar. It was a $20 game. I didn't buy it, so don't worry. It was the first. It was the first game to be cross-play and also produced by I think Sony Interactive Entertainment, one of their smaller studios that Sony doesn't own. And it went to PC and PS4 at the same time. And PlayStation was promoting it. Heavily, no. But they still promoted it. I found out later that the game was only on Epic Games Store. Now, the second game, again, I know it's not exclusive to Epic Games Store, but it is Death Stranding. It will go to Epic Games Store. It's not eliminated from Epic Games Store, but it will also be on Steam. And I think that was Kojima's, that was his choice. Then Predator, which I knew the game was way too shitty to be only on PlayStation game, and as I fucking thought, that game got confirmed for PC. Now I don't know why they were hiding it. They should have came out in the beginning and said that shit. That game will flop. That game will flop. I won't buy it.
What about
Godfall? That's what I wanted to talk about.
No, Quantum Dreams. Detroit Becomes Human.
There you go. That's another contract. All their games went to Epic Game Store, but it didn't go nowhere else. So obviously, Sony, this partnership, we should have saw it. They want to bring games to PC, but they also want multiplayer to be cross-play between the PC platform and the PS5 and PS4 going forward. Well, again, I know people don't want to hear this, right? I know people don't want to fucking hear this, but you need to understand. Sony don't like Steam, okay? It doesn't mean that they hate like PC, but it just means they don't like Steam.
Doing business with them.
Yeah, because they take a bigger they take a lot of money. So let's say they put a game on Epic Game Store. Epic Game Store not taking a lot of money, so Sony makes a lot of money, right? And then Epic Games make their money too. Plus they get more people on. Epic Games are doing these contracts because they got money out the ass, because they need this exclusivity contract. So you get what I'm saying? The Godfall is exclusive to Epic Games Store. That makes more people want to use that store. Exclusives still exist. Because if you want to play Godfall on consoles, you can only play it on the PS5. You see what I'm saying? So I want to make sure people know that I know the game is on PC, but it's not on Steam. That's where the PC trolls we've been dealing with for the past couple years, that's where they originate from. They like those Steam sales. They like getting discounts. They don't want to play full price. So that's why they always want a game on Steam, because they know what they can look forward to. A cheaper game. So I think this is a smart thing by Sony. Of course, again, this is not a first-party studio game. And all the other games I talked about were not first-party studio games. So you got to understand what Sony is doing and what they not doing. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They might be putting their games on PC, but they're not putting them on Steam. You know. And
so if they did like a Twisted Metal reboot, or even let's say the Resistance reboot, and it's PC, PS4 with like crossplay, would that just totally blow you away?
Yeah, and that would blow me away. But like I always tell you, Sam, I look at the facts. So what you just said, I can't cover that. Because that's something, that's what you think might happen. Just like with the Horizon Zero Dawn. I don't cover that until we get confirmed. When we get confirmed...
Because she was saying people lost their shit. If they did that, people would definitely lose their shit.
People would lose their shit, but there's no reason for them to fuck themselves over. Like me and Yella said, don't shoot yourself in the foot before you bring out this console. You do shit like that, there's no reason for people to buy a PS5. Even if it's on Epic Game Store. So I'm just going over the facts and the patterns that we have before us.
Because they mentioned they were going to do that to a couple of games. Like, if they did it to a couple of games,
and they are. Godfall came out. We thought it was a PS5 only game. Came out later that night. It was also on PC Epic Game Store. Predator came out as a PlayStation exclusive. Later on this week, we found out that's going to Epic Game Store. You see what I'm saying? But those are not first party. Those are not first party.
Who's doing that? The Friday the 13th team, I think?
Yeah. So these are not first-party games, and that's what you gotta understand. Again, you can explain this to an Xbox fan, they still gonna fucking wave fucking shit in your face and claim that you're going down the same path they are, but we're not. Because
that's Sony's dealer wants. That's Sony's dealer wants.
Yes, Sony's dealer, all of these guys, Rando Thor, Tim Dog, all of these guys want us to be in the shit with them. We're not gonna be in the shit with you. Okay, that's not what's going down. But partnerships are going to be made. I mean, let's say that we got first-party studios been working on new IPs or PS5 exclusive games, right, for the last year and a half. Well, those games are not ready to come out next year. They're not.
What do you think of them bringing certain Japanese title to, let's say, just the Switch, like Gravity? Let's say they do Gravity Rush 3 or like an Act 3 or something, just simultaneously bring that to the Switch and PS4. Could you ever see that happening? Maybe
it's not that I can't see it happening. Would it be good? Yes, because you're going to get your money's worth. You see what I'm saying?
I think it would make sense, like Gravity, certain games.
Okay, you remember this game called God Eater, remember? That was my stand-in for Monster Hunter until Monster Hunter came back to consoles.
Right.
Well, God Eater started on PSP. Then it went to the Vita. It also went to the PS3 and PS4. The third installment failed because people already saw them putting all their games on PC. So there wasn't nothing really special. Sony didn't advertise it. The person that made the game didn't advertise it. I think 2 months went by and they announced that shit for Switch. You know what I'm saying? They could have put it on Switch the same day and made a lot of their money back. But they saw how bad it failed on the 2 platforms they thought was going to support it. It was a crowded month. You know, it has been a crowded year for a lot of people, but, you know, these are the things that happen.
So do you want to explain the MLB thing, like, officially?
Oh, yeah, let me explain it. Sony had no choice in the matter. It was Major League Baseball. They said, hey, we want to make FIFA soccer money. We want to make Madden football money when it comes to video games. They want to be world renowned. Yeah, we all know baseball around the world. But as far as a universally celebrated video game, they don't have access to it. It's only on PlayStation systems. So they made the decision for Sony that they want it to be everywhere else. Now,
Xbox couldn't make their own shit.
Hold on, J-Love. I know you're frustrated. I'm frustrated, but it's nothing we can do. I want you to understand.
Crunching that shit hard as hell.
Okay? I want you to understand, J-Love. There's nothing we can do. There's nothing Sony can do.
That nigga hot, bro.
Yeah, I understand. But I want him to calm down and understand. It's Major League Baseball. Sony doesn't own Major League Baseball. They only make the game for Major League Baseball. You see what I'm saying, J-Love? That means if Major League Baseball want to take their fucking rights and give it to fucking EA, it's not a damn thing Sony can do. So I don't know why you or anybody else is a little bit upset about this. You got to stand back and look at the facts.
I know.
So what I say going forward, do I want Sony to get in a bed with any sports organization or something like this, one where you don't fully have the rights? Fuck no. I do not. Did it take 15 years for this to happen? Yes. Yes, it did. Look, it's long enough.
Not like Microsoft, but Jay, it was not like Microsoft or any other third-party company could have created a baseball like EA. They could have did it. It's just that they didn't want to.
It would have been
2K did it. RBI has been out there for a long time, but they were shitty. And 2K stopped. Look, remember, 2K gave up their rights for making baseball games 6 years ago. At the beginning of the generation.
It wasn't profitable to them.
Yes, that's why they gave it up.
To them.
And guess what? What was funny about it? What was it? It was a multi-plat. It was already on multiple platforms. So if
got
it was
donation, by the way, JayTech.
Oh, let's go read these donations. We got one.
Yeah, for one rush. Want me to read it?
Yeah, you can read it.
Sir.
All right, facts. Sony didn't want to do it.
There you go. And it's like, let's put it this way, bro. We don't know who's really going to keep making the games after 2021 happens. We know they're moving into a smooth transition to multi-platform status, but we don't know if that same developer is going to keep making the game for each individual platform. That's the one thing I want to know. That's the thing that we're going to learn when more information comes out.
These motherfuckers like EA could have made a baseball.
Yeah, but this is the thing. They could not. Because MLB was so good that they did have the contract for making baseball games. They were like Madden.
Money.
No, they were like Madden. Who you see making football games? J-Love? Who else?
Nobody.
Right?
Nobody.
Don't we say every year we wish 2K would make a football game?
Yeah.
Okay, then what's stopping them? Madden got the rights. EA got the rights, right? So who was stopping for the last 6 years? Who was stopping other people from getting to make a good baseball game? MLB The Show, because it was so good, they said, hey, just take these fucking rights for this gen. Yes, it was for this gen. Yeah. Because 6 years ago, 2K gave up their rights to make baseball games. And for the last 6 years, right, only MLB The Show has been making baseball games.
Nobody could compete.
Exactly. Nobody could compete. And because of that, they say, hey, let's make this contract. And, hey, you guys are the official makers of baseball video games. And that has not stopped.
And these X5s are crying. Oh, loving it. Oh, my God.
Yeah, and that's look.
Oh, shit. I'm looking at one of the motherfuckers, man, I got for their ass so hard. I said, y'all motherfuckers are crying for this shit? I said, y'all niggas mad off.
But you gotta think about it this way. Look at it this way. When people bring up scores and shit about the highest Metacritic scores and do all the score shit, the first thing PlayStation fans bring up is what MLB was our highest Metacritic score of the year.
Yes, it was.
Okay, but the point is they're now going to, what a lot of PlayStation fans are losing fucking their shit about is not the fact that it's going multiplayer, but the fact that Sony San Diego is still going to make the games.
That's what I was talking about, Snow Bunny.
That's what he's talking about.
As of this year and next year, the game is still exclusive to PlayStation consoles. That statement was basically saying we're going to move into a smooth transition to the multi-platform status. We still don't know when it comes to 2021, will they stay on to make every other year of baseball throughout that next generation?
I mean, even Nintendo.
It don't make the game bad. That's what I'm saying. If you move
No. What I'm saying is even Nintendo fans are capping for it and they're happy. Nintendo of America is announcing we're going to have MLB The Show 2021 and everything. So it's like, what's going on here? Will Sony make it for, they already despise the Switch's low performance or whatever. Who's going to make all the games?
That's what I'm saying. We don't know. All we know is they're moving into a smooth transition to multi-platform status, but we don't know if they gonna stay on. Now, do they make anything else? No, that developer only makes baseball. So
now for Sony, it would be a good thing for them to continue to make it if that studio is only making baseball. Because think about it this way, they're going to get sales. I'm not sure how Xbox sales will be, but you got to think they'll have all them Nintendo fans buying their game also. So that's printing money for Sony.
Yeah, and look, when it comes to, this is a game, it's definitely a sports game. We can't say, hey, it's just a video game. It's a sports game. There's different things that go onto it. You can make a game like Minecraft, but you don't have to pay royalties for every fucking block that you create. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So this is a different type of thing. We saw this shit happen in the beginning of the gen with WWE 2K. Remember, 2K was not always making wrestling games. That's a sport. You can say what you want about wrestling, but it is a sport. We saw the struggle between basketball, where
Wrestling's
some
still
years,
popular.
huh?
Wrestling's still pretty popular.
I know, but some people will say differently. But I don't want to argue about that. All I'm gonna say is when it came to basketball, we saw the struggle. Remember, two people had the rights to the basketball game at the same time. One person was doing better and making more money, but they never said the National Basketball Association never said, EA, you're fucking slacking. Stop canceling your fucking games, or we gonna give this shit to 2K permanently. They never said that.
Hey, can I say something real quick?
Huh?
Can we get a moment of silence for back then in the 989 Studios era where you had all those sports games battling for your fucking dollar? Can we get a moment of silence?
Yeah, I remember that.
A moment of silence.
I remember that.
Yes, sir. That was
I still have NFL Game Day around here.
Yo, Yellow. Imagine Game Day would have still been running. Imagine Game Day would have still been running, yo.
I mean, it would be a different scenario, but imagine this. Let's go off of some imagination real quick, and Jay, I'll let you get back to your show. What if this whole business transition with this whole MLB, right, comes to fruition? And what if these other studios see the numbers? Again, speculation and rumors and just fantasy thinking. What if that motherfucking company was making basketball games, wrestling games?
Yeah.
Any type of, you know what I'm saying? Because that studio can't be fucked with, bro.
I think Sony should definitely do a football game.
That's what I think that I would love for them to do. Yeah, I will.
agree, sir.
Let me put it this way, bro. Let me say, okay, we got the smooth transition, right? We have up in the air if they gonna keep making it multi-platform or they gonna pass it off to another developer. That developer keep the name of MLB The Show because that's the selling factor right now. We know if you rename that and say, hey, it's MLB 2K 2020, 2021, that shit ain't gonna sell. But what's selling, what's known in all households, even when it comes to Xbox, Nintendo, and PC families, is MLB The Show, right? There you go. So I think the name, we already know the name is gonna stay the same. These are the facts I'm giving you right now. MLB The Show official Twitter page talked about it. They celebrated this type of partnership. But the developer of the game, they didn't say anything. PlayStation's official PlayStation page, they didn't say anything. The official Sony Twitter page, they didn't say anything. So I think we're on track to they're going to keep the name. They're going to make royalties off the name, but they're going to pass this upon another developer. We see it all the time, right? We saw it with Final Fantasy. We see it with people like with Resident Evil, where Resident Evil is not made by the same exact people that used to make all the other ones that weren't so good. You see what I'm saying? It's different developers. It's different teams. So I think it will be passed on to a different team or a different developer. And at that point, we have a good developer that could work on something else. It could be sports related or something else. It doesn't matter. But I trust
the guys they have doing the game now. They're pretty much baseball aficionados. Like they're baseball nerds.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So it would be cool if they stay on, but they make another studio. Like name it something. Remember what happened with Halo and Gears? Like Bungie and Epic used to make Halo and Gears. They left. They didn't want to do it no more. Then what Microsoft do? They made a new studio specifically to make those games. I think that's a possibility. You know? I think that's a possibility. It's different though.
Sam.
It's different.
J-Lo.
Son of Sam, you think if Game Day would still exist, it'd be better than Madden?
Yes, and they would make a shitload of money. Like, to me, it doesn't make any sense.
Game Day was better than Madden back in the day when both of them were competing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Hell, even with that being said, what was it, 2K? But the one that was released for $30. What was the last 2K football game?
Yeah.
I can't remember off the top of my head. But that destroyed fucking Madden. Presentation, halftime reports and all. Come on, man.
Oh,
Madden just owes the rights and they get sloppy with it.
Yeah.
See, Rome Rush made a good point. It's risky, but I think it's a risk they should take with the PlayStation brand being so popular. You could really usurp them in the NFL market, video game wise.
That's
make
what I'm thinking.
People go to game day and make all that money hand over fist, basically.
If that's and this is why I say I want them to hand off the game. I don't want that developer working on it. If they got a possibility, they could work on another sports game or another game. Yeah. You know, don't have these motherfuckers just in the win. Oh yeah, we gonna be just looking at. No, man, no, they got talent. These niggas got talent, bro. In every category of that game, it was just oozing with quality. Create a character mode. The detail when it comes to baseball, the sound, the graphics, the authenticness of the game. You know, every city stadium. I loved it, bro. I'm not a baseball fan, right? But when I got that free for PlayStation Plus, I tested it out and I loved it. I love what they did with that game. It was not 1 inch of that game where I said, man, this shit is shit. Nah, man, I was like, this whole... Okay, I was like, this whole game is oozing with Sony quality. And, you know, again, I'm not against somebody getting Sony quality for baseball. If they have to stay on to make the game, then yeah, but the thing is, it's Major League Baseball. They don't have anything to do with Sony's studio. So
no.
Sony, it's just like remember what happened with Crash Bandicoot? This is the same thing. Sony didn't own Crash Bandicoot. Universal Studios owned Crash Bandicoot. And when Naughty Dog said, hey, we don't want to milk this dude no more, 3 games is all you get, and then you had the 2 spinoffs, well, guess what? They say, okay, well, you don't want to make it no more. We're going to pass it on to somebody else. And what did Naughty Dog do? They got started on their next game, which was Jak and Daxter. You know? So I think we're going to have a similar deal. And that's one analogy I have not used. What happened with Crash Bandicoot, where Sony did not own the rights to Crash Bandicoot, but everybody swore they did. I had to do my research too. So with that being said, yeah, obviously they have to get somebody else to make the baseball games. Because there's nothing in the contract to say Major League Baseball controls Sony San Diego Studios and we can force you to continue make baseball games. You know.
But why wouldn't they just keep continuing to do it?
Right.
Yeah, I mean, let me put it this way. I would love a branch of those, at least half of those developers, to go to this new studio that's going to keep making MLB The Show for the multi-platform. Then another half of them, they stay at the Sony San Diego studio to make something new.
They already have another studio within Sony San Diego. Remember, they hired Daryl Kopp, the guy who worked on The Last of Us. They're doing supposedly the new Uncharted game. That's the rumor.
Oh, okay. Well,
but they already have multiple teams.
So that could basically happen. That they could still keep doing it, but they'll go under another.
No, that's what I mean. Like, since they're baseball guys, they might as well just keep doing it.
Oh yeah, I'm not telling them not to, but don't.
Right.
If that's not Sony's move right now to put your first party studios in the spotlight of we're gonna make games on everybody's platform, which is a little confusing for the consumer.
They're competitive. The community manager blocked me from saying he should do certain things like the NBA game back when the NBA game wasn't shut.
Hold on. Guys, I want you to understand when we're talking about video games, we do have PC gamers. Sorry, let me rephrase that. PC trolls, they come in here and troll me. Now, I've tried my hardest. I've unblocked everybody from Porter Rock and everybody else. They've all got unblocked on Twitter. They've been unblocked on YouTube. But if you wanted to know why I got a little confused over the past couple years of who I should trust and who I shouldn't, it's because we do have people pretending to be console gamers that are PC gamers. And I can't stand these motherfuckers because they're weird. So you can see...
You're talking about the little kids who use the parents' PC.
Go look at the comment section right now. This is what I'm talking about, right? This is what I'm talking about. So I'm going to block him, and then I'm going to block any other account that he comes up with. I'm not wrong for doing it.
That sounds delightful.
You see what I'm saying? I'm not wrong for doing it, but he's preventing other people from leaving their comments, and I can't read that. I just keep reading Salt. So I want to give everybody else a chance for me to read their comments. I can't stay focused when this guy's fucking up the flow. So he's getting blocked.
Hold on, let me block him, man.
Nah, it's cool. Don't worry, I already got it. I hate that YouTube says hide and not block because they don't want to offend somebody. Like, they need that Facebook block. Y'all remember Facebook? If anybody uses it, when you block somebody on there, they can never see you ever again.
Oh, it's just like they have blocked you for life or something?
It's not like that. It's like literally there's no remnant on Facebook that you exist. You can't see anybody in their likes. You can't see anybody in their comments. You just would not know they exist unless you go through your block list and unblock them. And I like that. I like that shit. Even
I wish you could do that in real life.
Yeah, me too, man. Some people just get on your nerves. But let's get back to the topic. The topic is baseball. We're going to finish up on this so we can move on to something a little bit more interesting.
Yeah, no, back to what you were saying. The studio, like I said, they branched out. They have another team doing supposedly the Uncharted game, but at the end of the day, MLB just wanted to branch out the brand. It wasn't necessarily about making more money. It was just about, they're doing a lot of things lately, especially with the new commissioner, to really try to make baseball more mainstream. This is just one of the new institutions, so to speak. That's all it is.
What's going to happen? Yeah, but Sam, what's going to happen when somebody else gets a hold of MLB and shit is bless you, and the shit is quality, ain't quality by MLB.
But you're assuming they wouldn't be doing it because they're still the exclusive developer at the moment since they signed that deal.
At the moment,
right?
Yeah, at the moment, but actually, it would be shitty after that.
But what would stop Sony from renewing the contract? I guess whatever it ends. What is it, like 2 or 3 years, 4 years?
Yeah,
they even specify, right?
I don't know, but the last time it seemed to have been 6. It seemed to have been something around 6 to 7. Because, like I said, what I found out about 2K's baseball game, that article was 6 years old, and it's 6 years in the future now, and we're at the end of the console generation. So it was basically a 6 to 7 year contract. It's a lengthy contract to stay exclusive and then go multiplat. So
hey, if it does end up sucking and they leave, then you have 20 different iterations of that game that studio did. So I mean, that's the best I can tell you.
Well,
that's a lot of
this
history.
is what I want to know.
Yeah, that's true.
I want to know this, Sam. Will the older versions go to other platforms, or will just the new version?
No.
Nah, just the new. Yeah. I
mean, see, that's the thing. They won't have access to those. That's the thing. They won't have access to the good ones. Let's say somebody new take over and the quality ain't there, but the name is there, and that's all MLB cares about. They care about the name because they know the name is gonna sell. At least for the first 2-3 years, no matter how bad it. Look, remember what happened with WWE 2K? They only cared about making the wrestling game. They didn't care how good it was because they knew it was still gonna make money. But then they started slacking off and shit. So you never know. I'm not hoping that this game is gonna slack off, but the people that do baseball are part of that team. Keep them on. Make a new studio for them to move over to so they can distribute that shit as a multi-plot.
I forgot who mentioned it earlier. It might have been you or J-Love or Snow Bunny, but the game sold like dog shit, especially on PS3. So, like, I don't see them ever abandoning this IP, to be honest, if they didn't when it was that bad. That thing, I remember one of the years it only sold like 300,000. Like,
okay, so this is what I was telling
brutal.
Big Money, and Big Money did not want to listen to me when we had him in here, when this shit went down. And I think I was off of work that day, because I was off of work 2 times. Was it? I think it might have been 2 times this fucking week. Yeah, it was Tuesday. No, it was Wednesday and Thursday. I don't know. But I missed a lot of time this fucking week, but I got paid for it. Long story short, I told Big Money there's no way that fucking game sold. It was in the morning. That's when it was. It was in the morning. It was no way this game sold 3 million. He swore this game sold 3 million. I went to MLB The Show. I went to VG Charts.
I heard it sold like 1 million.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I went to VG Charts, and the last 3 versions sold 1 million. And that's good.
Oh, no, the PS4 versions have been the best selling by far.
Yeah.
I'm talking about PS3 iterations.
Oh, yeah, the PS3 iterations probably sold like shit. But I'm talking about if VG Chart is right, 1 million each year is still not bad for a baseball game.
I would say it's more. It's on the top 10 on MPD like every month, dude.
Yeah, I think it's more.
Plus some Japan sales.
What do you think it is?
Yeah.
Because I'm
it's gotta be more than 2 million.
Do you think it's 3? Because I'm trying to figure out if it's 3 or...
I'm not going to say 3, but I'm going to...
2.
More than 1.5. Let's call it even. How about
okay, more than 1.5. Okay, I could do that. Plus, VG Chart is wrong, but I wish Sony would have shared the sales so we would know that this probably was a possibility. Again, we're not owed anything about these companies. I understand that. But I would like to see this information to be prepared for these type of pretty fucking big announcement. But let's move on.
The commission MLB wasn't like, hey, let's bring this to other consoles so Sony can get sales. That was never the point of this new agreement, by the way. But yeah, let's move on.
Okay.
Yeah.
The next topic, which I don't have them in front of me, but I guess I'll look through the fucking images. The next topic would be... Let's cover this fake PS5. The fake PS5 that's floating around, and people claim it's real, but it don't even got a USB. Also, I wanted to know, does anybody... You know what? Fuck this. Let's talk about Xbox. I wanted to talk about one thing with the new Xbox, right? It's very, very important. Everybody got the link to the live stream, right? Take about 2 minutes if you feel like it. Share this link with your friends. We about to talk about some shit. I need an Xbox fan in the comment section or even in the podcast. Defend yourself. Because what I'm about to bring out right now, this is something you have to answer. If you're going to support this shit, you have to be able to answer this very, very important question. So let me change this image and be more respectful for you guys. I'm going to give everybody time to share this link. I'm going to go share the link again. See if anybody can prepare themselves for this very simple fucking question that I know most people can't fucking answer right now. Let me share. Let me put this the picture with more information up. This is the one I want to put up real quick. Let me transform it. Okay, so this is the image we got. Okay.
So that's what that thing actually looks like. That's been confirmed?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. How tall is that?
They said it's more powerful. Was it 5 times more powerful than the X? And
it looks taller than Tyrion Lannister. How big is that shit?
Yeah, it looked like it's not gonna fit underneath your entertainment system. If you put it sideways, it will, but it's still bulky as fuck. It's obviously bigger than the original Xbox One and the Pro. Like, as far as whichever way you put it. Like, it's huge.
It's a fucking...
What you say, Yellow? You cut out.
It's a big ass PC.
Yeah, it's basically a PC, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this is confusing, but hey, they supposedly know what they're doing, right?
Well, I have to say, just for the name itself, series, that's going to be your top end tier.
So right away, I'm thinking, like, how many of these are we going to get next generation?
Exactly. That's
I got 3 in total. They got to have that Lockhart next, and then they got to have another mid-gen one, which man, I'm scared of that because this shit's more powerful than majority of PCs out in the market. Then, man, bro, consoles is taking over. That shit didn't take long at all, man. Start putting PC architecture in your fucking systems, and you take over like that.
Hey, all I gotta say is that first image that you had of it being a trash can. Hopefully, their roadmap is different. Because if it ain't, exactly what it's gonna be.
Now, one thing I do know, they claim to have shown us that the top lights up with green, but I think that was just the effect. Because I guarantee you, because we saw the yellow, we gotta change that fucking image. Sorry. We gotta change that image. Not now,
Sounds
though.
like a chimney.
But me and Yellow been talking about this PC. Yellow knows the name better than I do. That looks just like this, but it looks better. And the top flips up because it's a big ass fan. And I think the top of that shit is a fan. I don't think it's anywhere would be a light. Because why would you have a light up top when most people won't look at it that way? If you have it to the side.
It could be a fan with an LED on it, G. At the end of the day.
What, you talking about the Xbox design?
Yeah, the top of it. I think it might be a fan.
The ventilation.
I think it's a fan. I was looking, when I saw it, it looked like a column shooting all the heat up away from the base at the bottom.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a fan. But like I said, all they got to do is just slap a green LED on that bitch and put a pulsating timer on. For it to light up.
I think you're right. Hold on, bro. Hold on, I wanted to share this shit to Facebook, but did I share it properly? Okay. The question. Why did
Somebody asked LED on a fan?
Yeah, I never heard of that design. It's possible. LED on a fan.
Yeah, RGBs.
Okay, guys.
Yeah, I have them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, on my computer desktop, my fans light up.
Well, it's possible. It's still.
Anyway, what was the question?
I wanted to be the cheapest design as possible. I mean, you got a lot of fucking hardware inside of it that's powerful. You know, to be honest, yeah, I'm being a little bit of a fanboy here, and I'm up here talking shit about the design, but as long as it's gonna do what it needs to do, to be honest, it can look as ugly as it needs to look, you know?
So
Exactly.
the Lockhart is just what, more traditional, or is it just another version of this but smaller?
We don't know.
They didn't say shit about that.
I'm going to go out on a limb here and probably say I'm probably the only person who do like that design. And the reason is because it's very easy to hide. With it going in a column like that, you can easily tuck it somewhere where nobody knows what it is.
Yeah, but I do want to know about them circuits in the back, because we did not see the back. Okay, this is the big question, right?
Hey.
Mm-hmm.
LED lights, right? By Corsair. $103.
That one, the one we've been looking at?
No, that's not the case. I'm just saying that for a RGB lighting fan, it's $103.
Okay.
So all I got to do is slap
Hold on. Eddie, who's that with the music? Who's that with the music?
No, that ain't me.
Most likely. Yeah,
I'm on mute right now because I am munching on cookies.
That's not me. I just mute. I mute
I
myself.
didn't even hear anything.
No music. I heard music, and it wasn't me.
But go ahead, Jay. What were you saying?
Oh, it's got to be Adam. I think he came in.
It's fucking Adam.
And he left.
Okay.
Anyway.
The question is, where's the development kit? Why did we see the system before anybody has a development kit? And I know, and this is gonna start a big fight. I know it's gonna start a fight, and I'm ready to fight anybody. I've been fighting Xbox fans all week on Twitter, shitting on every Xbox fan. I would challenge anybody that wants to invite to this panel. I will shit on you. Now explain this. How do we not have a development kit in the hands of the major developers in the gaming industry right fucking now? But you can show off this fucking system. Me and Yellow been talking about this on the phone. We've been talking about this shit on the PlayStation party chats. This shit was rushed. This was a rushed announcement. Now explain, where's the development kit?
Well, last week when Phil Spencer announced that he had the system, we talked about it on my podcast on Wednesdays.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, it really doesn't matter if he has the system or not because the only thing he's playing is old ass shit.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's nothing been announced for the system yet.
And nothing been announced in development. That's the strong thing right there. We got Godfall in development and we saw gameplay. I think it's about 8 to 9 seconds of gameplay from Godfall. I mean, we know Hellblade basically just came out on Xbox last year. The year before that, it launched on PS4 and PC in 2017. It's a small development team, but we know they're going to be bigger the second time around. But they didn't release a window when they gonna come out with the game. They don't have a release date. They didn't say holiday season 2020. They didn't say nothing. They just said this is what they working on. That's why I tell every Xbox fan, calm the fuck down. If that's what they're working on and they don't have a release window or release date, that is obviously not gameplay. So we don't know how good or how bad it might look in the end result. Nobody's shitting on anybody. I'm definitely not. But I'm just saying, don't hype something up when we don't have the facts right now. And you don't have the facts either. Goobity goop. Why do you keep leaving out?
Hello?
But you leave in. What's going on, Adam Core?
I'm like, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can see you too, buddy.
Hello, Adam.
It's working now. Hello, everybody. Sorry I haven't, I've gone dark recently, but
we noticed.
I thought I'd jump in, stick my head in, see what you guys are talking about. Obviously I know what you guys are talking about, but yeah, I thought I'd jump in and talk.
Give us some insight. You have any estimate on
what?
The development kit? Because I know you know people in the industry, and we know you know people in the industry. And that's why you go dark.
What are you talking about? You're talking about the Xbox, yeah?
You're talking about that bat cave that you live in. That's what we're talking about.
And the Series S, which will presumably be announced somewhat next year.
Yep.
Yeah. Based on the dev kit situation, I have no fucking clue. A lot of people that I've been seeing on Reddit and stuff like that have been asking the same questions as you are, Jay, as well as myself and some others that actually are wondering. And no one is coming out and saying that they've got them in the aspect of third parties. But when it comes to first parties, like they, Ninja Theory, 343, apparently they've got them. So if they've got them, I'm happy that they have got them, because obviously, they are their exclusive titles. They are the people that they are paying to make their exclusive games. But when it comes to the third parties, I don't know if they have yet to, they've yet to get a certain amount of systems to lend out to them, or if they've given them the certain things. I mean, I was going to say the final specs, but the thing is, if they announce the console at the Game Awards, which I had I'd probably say a couple of days before the Game Awards, I had a vague idea that they were going to announce it. It was a really weird idea of mine that they were going to announce the new console there, but when I remembered that the Game Awards was at their own Microsoft Center, it kind of rang a bell for me, like, they're going to do it. And it's not going to be like a full rundown, it's going to be like what they did. And, for me, how was it, initially, the announcement I could see as a surprise to people and get people hyped, but after, based on the aftertaste of the whole thing, or just the aftermath of it, a lot of people were like, it was kind of a weird, lackluster announcement because you just basically showed us what it's going to look like, which memes just started appearing, didn't they? Of what it is and the sex box and all that, all these different things. And I give it to Microsoft that they announced it there, but I just feel like it was a bit of a weird one to do.
It was weird, and I feel that it was rushed. They just wanted to be the first one out, even though they
wanted to be the first. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And listen, after that, when they showed Hellblade, now I see a lot of people talking about Hellblade, I know, and obviously, I don't know if you guys discussed about what the fuck's going on with PlayStation fans these days, because they are off the rails on certain shit, which I'm... To be honest, I don't understand.
They've lost their fucking minds. They're being nice about it.
Glad I don't.
Like, if I'm being brutally honest, I've been seeing a lot of people on Twitter, like Sick Humor, AP, I think his name is.
Oh man, don't get me started on AP. He said some crazy shit.
There's a lot of PlayStation fans who are losing their shit over this MLB thing. I mean, I'm guessing because that was the kind of the boiling point for some reason. But
did you see David Jaffe's response, Adam?
What's that?
He responded to, I think, a couple of fanboys about that freaking issue. What was it? He called Jackman an idiot like 5 times, I think. Somebody sent me the link.
You know what? I'm going to say this right now. Good. Because any person that says, because the thing is with that deal, right, was that PlayStation have had that deal for years upon years. Now, when it comes down to the theoretical, like, aspects of sports games, right, you've got your FIFA, your Madden, your NHL, and then you've got your NBA, right? Every sports game is on every system apart from NBA. Is it MLB? Sorry.
MLB The Show. Yeah.
Now, that was the weirdest one for me. Over the course of this, I've always said this to myself. It is the most weirdest thing that we have only got. We've got the only baseball game, and that isn't like a third party. Like, baseball game, that is MLB. Like, people that, they are the ones that are controlling that. And it just basically came down to the line, right? And it's as simple as this. MLB asked them, right, we're going to renew the contract, right? But if you do not put it on our platforms, we are not going to be making. We're going to be pulling it from, San Diego, and we're going to be giving it to someone else. Now, I said this to someone, and they said, I wouldn't want this to happen. And that is, would you rather them pull away from San Diego studio, right, of Sony, and give it to EA, and they have to start the whole scenario of what that game is from scratch? Because I wouldn't. I know a lot of people like MLB The Show. A lot of people do. And if you're going to go ahead and you're going to pull that plug, just so that everyone can have it, it's a bit of a stupid question. So PlayStation were like, how about we just let that happen and we reap the benefits? If it sells on Xbox and PC and Switch, we get a profit of that. And to be honest, that isn't, in my eyes, and then I see a lot of people on Twitter and other medias all agree, it is the best logical answer for them to do. It's not turning on what PlayStation's about, which is their exclusives sell their consoles. They will still have those exclusives. It's just an understandable idea for what they want to do on that point.
Good Django.
Makes sense.
Talk that shit at them.
And dude, man, like literally. And then some guy comes out of the blue last week, right, about how Horizon's coming out on PC, and his reasoning is because he guessed that Death Stranding was coming to PC, even though it was already mentioned before he even predicted it. So how are people going forward with that mindset of that's coming to PC?
Because
I'm not saying it is or isn't, but if that is the way
they don't do their own
people receive
investigation.
it, I just,
Dude.
it's weird. I mean, like I said, Jay, I've been seeing a lot of PlayStation fans lose their shit because PlayStation are apparently going multi-platform and giving their stuff to PC.
Yeah, I don't know if you chimed in the beginning. We talked about it seems like they have a deal with Epic Game Store to put their games on there. Not exclusively. It's of course with when it comes to Death Stranding, that is an exception. Because I think Kojima wanted it to also be on Steam. He obviously knew there would have been a public vocal backlash against him if he got a deal with Epic. But he is putting it on Epic. Now, everybody else has an exclusive deal. We remember that first game with the little animal critters? The one that Sean Layden talked about?
Ancestors,
No, the animal critters. The little cartoony animals. 4-player co-op. It probably went underneath your radar, but it's 4-player co-op.
It rings a bell.
Huh? What you
saying? It does ring a bell what you're saying.
Yeah. Okay, so that was the first one. It was PS4 and Epic Game Store. Then we already knew. We knew Predator. I said Predator was going to PC, bro. I was like, that game's too shitty, and that's on Epic Game Store exclusively.
Well, I gotta say, man, you just said what you just said. That product game, I gotta admit, was it State of Play? It definitely has improved.
Yeah, it has, but
I'm not gonna lie, bro.
It better not be a $60 game, cause
no, it's 40.
Oh, good.
On State of Play, right? But that State of Play was a very strong State of Play, even though Resident Evil got leaked, right? And Ghost. It was a strong State of Play for me. And like from the indie games to the big games, and even the announcement that I knew was going to happen because of the rumors about Resident Evil 2 and 3, that Resistance was going to be included in 3. Because I think I knew about this a few months ago. There was rumors about how Resident Evil 2 and 3 were supposed to be together. But they had to cut the ties on the work. We had to cut the ties on that because of how long that was going to take. And they didn't want to, if they would have Monster Hunter and Devil May Cry if they did do it. So they thought, you know what? We've got another game in the pipeline. We'll include that with Resident Evil 3, which was Resistance.
That was amazing.
So, Jake, to get another donation, by the way.
Listen, okay. Hold on, Adam. We got to read this donation. We got to pay these bills. This is 5, I believe, euros. This is Frostbite Slash. He says, shout out to Jay and Boca Loca. You guys are always enjoy PlayStation Legion on Sundays. Yeah. Thank you, man.
Cool, man.
Yeah, thanks for the kind words.
Thanks.
That's good, man. Yeah.
Continue.
Yeah, like I was saying, man. When it comes down to like Resident Evil 3. I'm excited for that game, and I'm also happy that they've put in the Resistance game because that game was not going to sell on its own. It just wasn't.
Yeah.
That game, I don't see a lot of people buying that game, but put it in with good move.
No, it would not sell on its own.
No,
what they did, bro, was genius.
That was an obvious move, and you know what, bro? It reminds me of what we got last gen, where there was a multiplayer mode tacked on, kind of like Last of Us. That was kind of tacked on. It wasn't like
Resident Evil 5 had it.
Yeah, like with the co-op. So I like it. It was kind of a no-brainer. You don't want to have 2 Resident Evils out there. One's gonna cancel the other one out, but this makes this game strong. You get a good single player and a good co-op multiplayer. I mean, you can't lose with that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And Ghost. I mean, I wish they just showed the whole trailer of Ghost at our thing. But I can't understand why they went to show it at
it was a bigger stage.
Game Awards.
Yeah.
And again, summer 2020, fucking knew that was going to happen. So I'll be roughly around June, July, or I say August still. But yeah, that Ghost of Tsushima, that looked like a really good game. Gameplay that we saw snippets of looks amazing. Definitely improved from E3 when we last saw it. Yeah, I mean, obviously, we stretched away from the Xbox thing, which obviously, like I said, State of Play was a good thing, and Game Awards wasn't bad either. But a lot of people had opinions on what they could do next, and I think were spot on. But after what's it called again? Like I was saying with Hellblade, Jay.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of people talk about that game, and first of all, I'm happy that Ninja Theory are making that game. That is brilliant. I'm glad they are doing that. Obviously, it makes sense for them to do that, because if they'll make a new IP, that game would not be coming out until 2023, 2022.
Mm. When's the soonest you think this game can come out? Because we saw what we believe to be, they claim to be in-engine. I call that.
Yeah.
I still call that cinematics or cutscene or whatever.
Let me just break this shit down. What you saw was basically in engine, right? Doesn't necessarily mean that that's going to be the final outcome of the game. It's also in the sense that they have not confirmed that is going to be run in real time on gameplay, in-game real time. Like, for instance, when you play Uncharted 4, right, and you can see the guns on him. So basically, it isn't like a default pistol, a default primary. It's the one that you picked up. So it's not pre-rendered or that shit like that. That is not gameplay.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not going to say that like the game will not look close to that. I'm just saying it's not going to look as good as that. Any person that thinks it's going to look as good as that, you're wrong, because...
Well, I hate to say this to you, Adam. You got the Xbox champion about this.
Yeah,
man.
hold on. I want to read some. We normally don't do this, but I'm going to read this. I would normally put it on the share, and we can.
Because they did this.
This is what this guy just said, Adam.
I was
going to say mute. Yeah, mute the mic, whoever that is.
I think it's Yellow.
Who's that is?
It's Yellow.
Well, you can mute him.
Yeah, because...
I already muted him. Yeah, I muted him.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
so this is what this guy said, Adam, and I think you can help us out with this, because it's a notion that Xbox fans feel, and I'm about to destroy them too after I read this. This guy right here, now he's talking about me, is a little bitch who is mad because Hellblade 2 is not coming on PlayStation. His bitch ass has been crying all over Twitter about it. He ain't got a life, so he got nothing else to do because somebody help this man and find him a job or something. So first of all, I'm off on
talking to you, Jay?
Yeah, he's talking to me. First of all, I'm off on the weekends. Everybody knows that. And second of all, Friday, if I was even talking about this shit, the building I work in, that shit's empty, bro. Everybody's out on holiday. I'm actually out on my holiday this week. I won't be at work all week. So, yes, I will be destroying every Xbox fan. Don't matter what you want to call it. I will be destroying you if I have time all week. Now, I know me, my mom, my sister, my nephew, we all going to be hanging out on Tuesday. I won't be doing shit Tuesday. It's going to be family day. And because the next week, everybody's already off at work. So, yeah, it's going to be Christmas Eve. I leave early. Yes, Christmas Day, I don't work. But I got to go right back to work the day after Christmas. And it's going to be similar on New Year's, because Christmas and New Year's is a Wednesday. It's probably the worst Christmas and New Year's ever. I do not like that shit being in the middle of the fucking week. But that's because I'm not off afterwards. But, yeah, long story short, I got all week to destroy you. I'm on paid leave. I get paid for not being at work. So... in your motherfucking face. Let me also
Jay, what made him come to that conclusion?
About a guy is pissed off that Hellblade 2 is not coming to PlayStation. It's only
but I just started playing Hellblade for the first time yesterday. I was.
So why did he say that?
Yeah,
why did he say that
well, because he doesn't know me. Like, he said that I don't have a job. Like, do you think he really knows me in real life? Hell no, he don't know shit about me.
So the guy is pissed off with that, and also he's saying that you haven't got a job.
This is what he got pissed off on. I showed the Spider-Man sold 3 million in 3 days, and I showed that it took Hellblade.
Why is it always Spider-Man?
Yeah, the reason why I show that, I show God of War also, is because 3 million in 3 days is big. Now,
they always get mad over that game specifically.
Because this is why he said what he said. Because I compared it to Hellblade first week sales, which was 50,000.
Jay, you shouldn't even did that.
I had to do it. I had to let them know that the majority of them didn't buy the game. That's the whole point I made. 50,000 in a week versus 3 million. That's basically saying you hyped for the sequel.
You could have showed them.
No, I'm just saying you hyped for the sequel, but you probably didn't play the game. That's all I was pointing out.
Jay could have did this. Jay could have showed him the sales of PlayStation compared to the Xbox sales.
No, I don't. No. That's generic. No, hold on, J Love. That's generic. I don't want to do that anymore. They already know. The reason why I did this with Hellblade is to let them know, right? That yes. You had access to the game after the PS4 and PC, but you did not buy it because they kept track of independent sales. That's why when it went to Xbox a week after, they kept track of the 50,000 that it sold. Now that's a whole week. That's a whole.
Talking about Ninja Theory, by the way. You know that, right?
I'm still saying all I did was I put that factor out there in their minds because you're bragging about a sequel that you did not support.
That game wasn't even a full price game either.
Exactly,
Yeah.
but that's what I'm saying.
And
listen, we didn't get another sales update. What was the last sales update we got from Hellblade?
I will say this right now. Hellblade 2, if any, someone said to me that he thought it was a full-fledged game. I'm saying this right now. Hellblade 2 is not going to be a full-fledged game. That's going to be exactly the same amount of time as what Hellblade 1 was. Maybe a little bit longer. But that game is not going to be any bigger than... It's probably going to be roughly around the same size as Hellblade 1.
If that game does not sell, Adam, if that game flops...
They don't care. Look, it's so far in a view. Hold on, J-Love. They don't care.
Right now, that, in the aspects of how much that game's going to sell, it ain't going to sell millions. I'll say that much. It ain't going to sell millions.
Yeah.
Because that game... Ninja Theory in general, right? Ninja Theory have made...
That's what I'm asking.
Do anybody know what the sales were for on the Switch?
Whoa. Hellblade came to the Switch?
Yes.
Dude.
I didn't even know that. Ah, fuck.
Yeah.
Hold on. How many copies did Hellblade sell on the Nintendo Switch?
Not yet. I'm going to get it. It's on my wish list, but I got
I can't fucking believe it. That shit did go to the Switch. Oh my god.
Yeah, I forgot.
It went back to the Switch back in April, I think.
Of this year?
Yeah.
Oh fuck. Well, I don't know how much it sold because they never came. We don't have sales report.
Like,
all we know is that 2018 it sold 1 million, and that was because it was on PlayStation and PC. That's all we know.
Yeah, let me just jot this shit down for you because again, like I've been.
So this game was a total multiplat.
Yes.
And they think it's only gonna be on the new Xbox.
Well, it'll be that on the PC, yes, Jay.
These guys are stupid.
Listen, somebody asked me this the other day saying, do I think this game's going to go into PlayStation 5 or whatever? If Xbox, again, Xbox have got the helm at that. If they want to, they can, but I don't, I'm saying right now, no.
These guys are dumb.
Let me list off a few games, right? Because again, I've been a fan of their work since 2007, really. I mean, which is again Heavenly Sword. Then they made Enslaved. Then they made Devil May Cry reboot, whatever it was, and then they made Hellblade.
No, but I thought Heavenly Sword was their first that we know. All right.
Yeah. Heavenly Sword. Well, no, Heavenly Sword was their first game. Their first game was Kung Fu Chaos.
Oh, okay.
Which was, when was that? Was that PS2 or Xbox? Yeah, it was Xbox. That was their first game. But they didn't start to get traction until Heavenly Sword, where, again, they got a bit of a budget behind them from PlayStation as well as some other things. And then they made Enslaved, then Devil May Cry reboot, and then, obviously, Hellblade, which was a completely independent thing where they had to not beg, but they had to outsource everything. We're talking motion cap. They didn't even have a mocap stage. They had to build their own mocap stage with their own caps. They literally had to do DIY for that game, which was so incredibly cool to see. But obviously now that Xbox own them, or have given them a certain amount of money and a new building, this is where I feel like this game, number 2, is going to be a bit more bigger than 1, but not to an exponential.
You think similar price though? Is it going to be 40?
Well, this is what I'm talking about. I think it'll be a full price game, but then again, it'll be on Game Pass. So that's the problem. It'll be on Game Pass. Yeah. But, I mean, obviously, let me just track back to the aspects of Hellblade 2. I like the game. I'm glad it got announced, right? Obviously, it was understandable for them to do this over a new IP because, again, it deducts the time where they have to try and, think about what they're going to do next instead of going for a story they already have. They already have the fundamentals of what they want to do, right? The tech. And then when it comes down to the trailer itself, a lot of people are very amazed by the graphic fidelity and like that. Whereas if you've looked at Unreal Engine, this current one, which is what it's running on, for the past few years, you wouldn't have been surprised by how graphically beautiful that game is because you've already seen that sort of fidelity from Unreal's Engine years and years ago. and yet people are going crazy over this, saying it's gameplay, it's in-engine, it's going to be looking like this. Cutscene-wise, yes. Gameplay-wise, a little bit less of that.
Look, I played Hellblade, and I think it's a gorgeous game, but you know,
it's definitely a good game.
Yeah, but you know, I just got off of Death Stranding. I played Horizon Zero Dawn. I played God of War. I played Uncharted 4. When it comes to the scenery, I have a problem. I know it was a lower budget. I know it's not a AAA title. But that's what I wanted to point out to the Xbox fans.
There's less people in that studio as well.
Exactly. I got to point that out to the Xbox fans. You hyping something up. And like you always do, when it came to fucking Crackdown, you thought the buildings was got to actually fall over that same way. And we found out they didn't fall over that elegantly. You know?
No.
Look.
No.
They got to lower their expectations, but I know these guys are stupid. I know they're not going to lower their expectations. So,
based on the Hellblade, listen, when it comes to Hellblade, every Xbox fan or fan of the game or fan of Ninja Theory, I'm happy that they are enthusiastic about this game, because they should be. They have to. If I'm being honest, if any person comes around and says, I'm not enthusiastic about it, right? Yet they are also the ones that are on Twitter trying to, get a foothold in this shit. I'm sorry, but you're absolute fucking assholes.
Yeah, they've always been a good studio. That's not going to change.
They've always been a good studio. The only reason why they haven't been able to get to the certain caliber which they have kind of achieved from time to time is because, again, they're a small studio. They haven't had the money, the backing, but now that they do, there is no excuse for them. But then again, they never have excuses. They've wanted this for so long. And,
what about their other game, the multiplayer one? When is that coming out?
That's next year. I think it's like in April. I don't know when it is.
I hope they understand. They're gonna get this game out. It's gonna do what it do,
That game, I can tell you right now, that game is not going to sell like millions upon millions. I feel like that game's going to probably sell a few 100,000.
Which one?
Hellblade.
Did anybody else?
What?
Did anybody hear that it was going to be multiplayer?
Hellblade.
What? Hellblade?
Yeah, I heard a rumor it was going to be multiplayer.
Oh, I ain't hear that one.
Oh, that'd be good to recall.
No. You don't. I don't think there will be, because they're making Bleeding Edge for that specific reason, and then they're making Hellblade for the story reason. Was it uncomprehensive? It was in game. Yeah, it was in an engine, but that was a cutscene. Like, obviously, not. I don't know how you would put it. Based in the sense of the visuals of that in which you've seen were rendered cutscenes, or a rendered trailer, kind of like the first trailer of Uncharted 4, where he's on the beach, but then when you got the actual gameplay, it was a bit different. Same thing with Last of Us.
There you go. Death Stranding.
Because you get that little
Death Stranding was
screen,
the same way. Death Stranding was the same way.
Yeah, again, I'm not saying that game's not going to look as good as that, but there's going to be a bit of I don't want to say downgrade in the sense of when people use that word, but it's not going to look as smooth as that.
Is there a game that hasn't been downgraded? Let's be honest. I already think it's downgraded.
From when we first see it, some, but
especially the Xbox games.
I think the one game that wasn't, it looks really good. It's The Last of Us Part 2. It really looks good.
It's like Detroit Become Human, right? When
hold on, I got another super chat from your territory, Adam. Frostbite Slash again. There's a very important issue that has to be addressed here. When Hellblade first launched exclusively for PS4 and PC, Xbox fanboys called it a trash game. This is what I'm saying. It's weird that it got sprinkled to the Xbox and Nintendo after the PS4 and PC, probably a year exclusivity. That makes the game a full-on multiplat. I don't think Microsoft wants to miss out on the sales. I think the Xbox fans need to calm it down. Again, I know they won't, but I think that Microsoft know they will miss out on the veteran sales of who really supported this game. It will be the PC guys, the PlayStation guys. Again, we don't know what the sales is from Nintendo, but I know Nintendo probably supported this shit more than Xbox.
Again, when it comes to that Hellblade situation of like, you know, gameplay and rendered cutscenes and shit like that, I can understand people jumping straight after the bat, like, you know, because again, like when people see like running in the engine and this and that, and if someone says that, people jump like, oh my god, that's what it's going to look like. It's like, not necessarily, no. Because there have been countless games that have said this same fucking thing,
hold on.
It's never been the fucking answer.
Hold on, guys.
Never has.
I'm reading the super chats because they're a little bit bigger for me, but I'm seeing some of the other stuff. So we're gonna do share. We're gonna share my screen real quick, and we gotta look over some stuff. Adam, we still gotta talk about this, but we gotta get to some of these other topics. So let me share the screen because this is you're gonna like this too. This is the game of the year section where Sam gave us the website. It's called gotypicks.blogspot.com. If you want to get into Xbox fan shit, you go to this website and let them know who's won the most awards.
Can I just say, someone just said E3 2012 Watch Dogs. Same thing with Division, the first Division game. When they first showed Division 1, that game looked fucking gorgeous.
Watch Dogs 1 was the same fucking way.
When that game actually came out, it was nothing like that. Obviously, yes, that's gameplay to a trailer.
Dude, the pigeons didn't even move.
Well, I'm gonna say this thing about when I see a game versus when it comes out. I'm never disappointed because when I see the game first launched, I already lower my expectations by 50%.
Yeah, exactly.
That's an automatic. You have to, because they're going to show the best looking thing on the best looking platform that they can to entice everybody to get it.
When it comes to the fundamentals of game design, right? When it comes down to the fundamentals of it, there's always the case of the what's it called again? The idea of like just how would I put it? It's just a sense of like it looking prettier at first, but then ultimately you will have to, again, because of game design, basic game design, you will that sort of smoothness will dwindle from time to time, because again, they have to make sure that this game's working from start to finish. They have to make sure that certain things are running in line, and if they have a specific frame and have a specific pixel or certain things that are intertwined within this development, they have to make sure this all fits in as like a working cog machine, because if it doesn't, then they have to go through the graphics, they have to go through the aspects of animation, they have to go through the rendering aspects, they have to go through all this shit. And if one thing snaps out of place, boom, they have to go back, fix other things. But again, like, you know, it's funny because, you know, we see this with loads of games, right, where they show you a trailer, it looks so nice, it's like Elden Ring, right, the From Software game. Do you think that game's going to look as beautiful as that when it comes out? Fuck no.
No.
You know, when it comes down to that Godfall game, right? We saw the trailer. There were parts of that trailer that looked really, really good, and then also when it had gameplay, it looked good. But then you could see a difference in the textures, the visuals.
Yeah, and you know, we're gonna see differences when it comes to that. But I expect the only people to really be able to bridge those gaps where you don't see any difference would be Sony's first party, and that's.
And I'll end this note. I'll end this whole thing on the note of, if that game does look as close to what it did in that trailer, I'm guaranteeing you that game will be a very, very small fucking game. Yeah. It'll be the same size as the first one. It will not be a 25 to 30 hour game. That game will be roughly around 15, nearing a 20 hour mark. Maybe I would say at 15, 17 hours.
That's a good increase then, because the first one was like less than 8 hours, wasn't it?
12 hours.
What the fuck? So I can run through this damn game? Okay, well,
it's an easy plan if you want.
That game is really short because of the amount of people they had in their studio and their resources, which is the reason why I thought the second one will be a little bit longer, because again, they've got a new building that's being built, they've got more people in that studio, and they've got the whole fundamentals of being covered by Xbox. Also depends on how long that game's going to take, because again, people think Halo Infinite's going to be coming out next year. I'm sorry to say this, I don't think that game's coming out next year. I think that game's going to get fucking delayed. And if it doesn't get delayed, that game is going to look and play really badly. Because...
Then they need to delay that shit, because I need that franchise to be good again, me personally.
Exactly, you can't rush Halo Infinite.
Okay, what's this dude's name? Uncompetitive? You said Hellblade looked like a... Hellblade 1 looked like a 9th generation game? I'm confused. I mean,
the presentation was definitely advanced. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, but when I started looking around the scenery and shit, I was like, I was taking all points in my head, in my personal opinion, because compared to the scenery I've saw in many other games, I'm sorry, it just didn't hold that candle. I acknowledge that it's a smaller game, but it's like I can't ignore it. Me personally.
Again, some of the people I've talked to, right, and this is somebody actually brought this to my attention. I kind of agree with them. Let's just say the Xbox S Series X didn't get announced, right? It was just Hellblade trailer. Do you think people would be hyping this game up to the extent that they did? No, they wouldn't, because you wouldn't have got that initial aspect of Xbox X. You would have just got that game. That's it.
Exactly. Now this is the bad thing. The bad thing is Phil Spencer basically telling your dumb ass to wait again because it's not a launch title.
It's a sense of, oh my god, it was a massive surprise. But if you have a fucking mind of like understanding why they announced it there, it's pretty clear. It's at the Microsoft Center where they always do their E3 shows. It's literally in their backyard, and I'm like, I wonder if they're going to announce that, because I remember when it came on that we're live here at the Xbox Center. I was like, I wonder if they're going to announce the next Xbox. That'd be really ballsy if they did that. I wonder, and they did it. Like, I went, holy fucking shit! Oh my god! And I was like, I like the trailer. You know, the whole they used a monologue of a guy. I forgot his name now. One of the guys from Naughty Dog actually retweeted it the other day, which is really cool about dreams and like making your power dreams of that. Which is again funny. It's really funny actually.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't.
No, but what I'm trying to say is that like it was a cool trailer to go off and go, hey, this is Series X, which kind of sounds like a car manufacturer, like BMW series, the M series or the, you know what I mean? Like they kind of fundamentally copied like what they do for cars. They do, the BMW series, X, Y, M. I'm like, all right, cool.
Why are they so bad at these names? Like,
I don't know. A lot of people said that. Like,
you're trolling yourself.
I found it funny after the event. I found it funny that every motherfucker on Twitter, Reddit, were memeing the shit out of that console, where they said one person, literally, I think the first one that I saw was, they're not even trying to hide that they are PC now. It looks like a little tower. And I'm like, I'm not bashing it. I like the design myself. It looks nice. But it's kind of funny to see it. I mean, it's gamers, I mean, they'll do the same thing for PlayStation.
Look at the PS5 dev kit. Look how bad that's getting shitted on.
Yeah, no. Well, apparently there's been a new rendered one that's been it's like a fake one. I don't mind that design. I don't know if you've seen it. It looks really nice, but it's fake though. It's done by a fan. But yeah, I mean, yeah. But for me, man, I like the trailer of that. I like the trailer of Hellblade. I'm glad that's coming. And to be honest, if Xbox can push forward with other games that are very enticing, I might get a Series X. I'm not even frightened, man. I would actually get a Series X. I've never been against Xbox. I've always wanted them to come back to fucking competing against PlayStation. Give some fucking fight. And with Hellblade, that's one good move. But I'm not impressed yet. I'm still waiting for them to do more.
So at the start of this new gen, everything's exclusive again on their part, right? Until they look at the software sales being shit and they're going to bring everything back. Do I have that correct? Or are they just going to start?
I think Phil Spencer is a misleading motherfucker. Sorry, Adam. He's a misleading motherfucker. He did this.
Who?
Phil Spencer, bro. He knew what he just said the other week. So how you gonna say, oh, we're gonna put all our games everywhere?
Well, I mean, like, again, the trailer, talked again. It was just based on narration of the console, right? Of like dreams and bring your dreams to fruition. And then it showed the console, and then it was 2020, and everyone was. Some people were like, "So wait, is this Scorpio?" And it's Scarlet, and everyone was like, "I don't know," and everyone was really baffled by if this was the next gen console, or if this was something completely different. No, that is the Scarlet, and that is the higher end console. They are going to be making a Series S with that console. They're going to be making another one. They're going to go back to the fundamentals of what 360.
Isn't he already backtracking on his VR bullshit after that Half-Life,
No, he will not
fan
do
reaction?
that until last time I was on here. They won't do that shit until, like I said, Half-Life Alyx will come to PSVR, which the developer last week or the week before came out and said it's not off the table. They know that the PSVR is got the most units out there and it's the most affordable. They are looking to do it, and I know they are. I fucking knew it from day one.
They'd be fools not to, man. That's a lot of money on the table.
What are y'all talking about? I fell asleep.
Half-Life Alyx.
Who?
Half-Life Alyx, the
We're
VR game.
piggybacking off of the Phil Spencer lies
Is that
bullshit.
the name? Is it Alex or is it something else? I thought it was something else.
Yes, it's Alyx, because that's
The character's name is Alex. Yeah.
Oh, okay. It is Alex. Okay. Sound weird. Okay.
Like I'm saying, like, if that game comes to PSVR, I'm sorry, but if Phil was that sort of person that likes to give his fan base anything that they want, is all about the gamers, he will piggyback off of that shit, and he will make sure
Dude, he's
that
gonna
thing
bring
comes
that
out.
shit to Xbox, and then people are gonna act like he never said it, man. You can see this happening like a mile away.
So look,
It's already
okay,
kinda happening.
we got to cover all the other topics, but this is one thing I do want to say. And I told Yella this. I was talking about this with Yella.
Oh yeah,
you think
security,
this-
that was a surprise. Fuck me.
Do you think this is too early, Adam? Because they still got until E3, and they're going to be demanded to give out information. You open the floodgates to your own console. Now you are required by everybody to give out information
The
leading
Series
up
X
to.
announcement.
Oh.
Yeah,
well,
you showed off your console. You gave the name, and you showed a game.
If you want to know about the whole aspect of showing off your console too early, this is the first console to be shown off. I think it was a certain amount of months early. This is the earliest someone's shown their console.
Oh, hold on, bro. This is fucking 7 months early. It's December before E3. That's 7 months.
No, that's what I'm trying to say, though, Jay. It's like a lot of people in the industry said that this is the earliest ever, like the earliest time that what's it called again? Fucking manufacturer, like basically Microsoft or Sony or whatever, have shown a console off at this rate. Normally it'll be like on the same year, whereas this time this is the earliest announcement for a console ever.
Dude, I remember those idiots were criticizing them for announcing something without showing it physically, and they do the same thing. They've done it twice now. They did it with the X too.
Well, this is what I'm talking about, the trailer, right? He announced the trailer, and then afterwards there was some fucking notes about what the game, what it has, right? They talk about teraflops. Apparently you can lay it down, horizontally. Then you have the aspects of also vertically, whatever. And then you've got the aspect of it being quiet, really quiet, and then the Xbox controller having a share button. That's it. But the thing is, that's the side. That's again, people don't know that from the trailer because you're not saying it. So people have got to go online and again understand if this is the Scarlet console for one, if it can do X, Y, and Z, which they've only explained a certain amount. And because they've done this, right? They've somebody said to me they haven't finalized the console. They have. That is the finalization of the console, because if they try to change anything up, that could technically change up the aspects of what that console could look like. So that console is done. Whereas PlayStation, they've yet to show their design, and they could still fundamentally change certain things that are in that console if they wanted to. They could. And then they will. But just to let you guys know about this as well, it's funny how Xbox say the most powerful and quickest Xbox console, not consoles.
Oh, they changed that up real quick.
No. Hold on. If you look at it, it says
No,
fastest.
what I'm trying to say is they didn't say the most fastest and powerful console. They said the most powerful and fastest Xbox console.
Exactly.
So they are covering their asses just in case PlayStation come out and have the most powerful console, which I saw a lot of people on Twitter after the announcement of X saying how PlayStation have got 10 teraflops or 10.5 teraflops when that shit got announced. Which I found funny because it's like, why? Like you're basically trying to justify. I find it funny because people are basically spreading rumors after it just to make sure everyone knows that this is more powerful than PlayStation, whereas it's a rumor and people are still going off that bullshit. No one knows. People are still trying to say that this console is powerful than this console, whatever. No. Don't play that game. Just don't. Just fucking don't. The fact of the matter is they say the most powerful Xbox, fastest and most powerful Xbox. They don't say console. So that way, again, like, I wouldn't be surprised if PlayStation had a more powerful console and all this bullshit of the rumors of teraflops and all that kind of that was redundant. Even though it is already redundant because we all know that the people, again, power doesn't mean shit. It's the studios behind the power.
There you go.
And we've known this from the whole generation, this generation, but then also when the X came out, where the first game on the X that kind of utilized the system to its fullest was Gears 5, which is literally this year, like a year before the next gen console. Are you fucking serious? You bring out this most powerful console and you've only just justified why you should be buying it.
And I couldn't get a Game of the Year award nomination. Interesting.
Well, dude, man, I mean, that's another beast, man. But yeah, I mean, the bottom line.
I should have got a nomination. I feel bad for them.
This is what I'm gonna put out here right now.
Dude, I'm just gonna say this right now, man. But the bottom line is, man, that trailer was cool. If you found it surprising, I can understand it. But at the same time, sorry to say this, but if you have a shadow of doubt of like understanding where they were when they were announcing this. Also, a sense of it just being lackluster, and it was, right? A lot of people said this shit on Twitter. A lot of people in the industry said it was kind of a bit weird to announce it there. That's facts. And then also with Hellblade, again, when it comes down to the way that game looks, it does look stunning. It looks pretty. It looks great. But I've seen that sort of fidelity 2 years ago when they upgraded to the Unreal Engine. Well, actually, no. It was like a couple of years after they upgraded it. I already know the Unreal Engine can do amazing shit, and I've only just seen it this year with Days Gone and Gears 5, which is surprising to me because I'm like, Unreal is a really good engine. It's a fucking great, really great engine. Like, yeah, man. Like, hey, listen, next year's around the corner. Whatever happens, or whenever PlayStation come out, whenever they come out, I don't give a shit. All I know is that I'm getting a PlayStation day one because of the games that are already on there. And when it comes to Xbox, I will get an Xbox if they can try to justify having one of those Series X, but not just one game. I'm talking about at least five to 7 games that are announced next year that can justify why I should buy that console.
If it performs like an actual PC where I can like go on Microsoft Word and all that other stuff that I use for my job, then I'm getting it. Because I was thinking of upgrading my PC anyway, but
yeah, that's one of the things.
I need more details.
You can resume and you can resume games, come out of them and resume any like mobile games, which is really interesting. But I wonder how that.
Why would you want to do that, by the way? Like, who would be lazy not to just close out an application or some shit? Yeah.
But the thing is, you got to think about it, right? If you have like 5 games open, you're going from different ones. How does that affect the performance of that console? Because they're all running at the same time.
Yeah.
I want to know that shit. A lot of people.
I mean, if it was like going from a game to multiple apps, then okay, I'd find the use of. But I'm not going to be playing 5 games at the same time. Like, who does that?
Yeah.
5 games at the same time.
Like, he's saying you can, like, resume for multiple games being suspended. So I'm like, but who wouldn't at least close out a couple of those games out, if anything? Like, why would you keep them running?
I don't see anybody playing the next Call of Duty game and randomly going, I'm going to play some Halo, and then I'll play some PS5.
Like, unless you forget to close them.
You can't even do that on the Switch. Like, when you go out of a game, you can go out of a game, but you can't open up another game until it was closed.
Like, if you do it on PC, even with the most powerful, a really, really good spec PC, that will sooner or later chug.
I gotta restart mine every 3 days, man. I mean, I don't see how that's gonna be that much more powerful than the PC I have, to be honest. But
yeah, I just saw someone talk about Xbox X. Will launch Halo Infinite. Yeah. Again,
that's a given. But we know that game's gonna be on the Xbox One XS, normal Xbox, the sad edition, PC. That shit's gonna be everywhere.
When it comes down to what Xbox will be doing next generation, the consoles that they're going to still have on the market will be the Series X, obviously, the X and the S. The sad edition, the normal Xbox One, and I think that's it really. They're all going to be completely discontinued. They are going to, and they will probably then give the Xbox One S a few years before they discontinue that. Before they only keep the X and then the Series X. Or the Sex edition. Let's just call it the Xbox Sex. I don't know. So that's what they're going to be doing. And any person that says, "Oh no, they're not," yes, they fucking are. They are.
Okay, Adam, we really got to get to all these other topics. It's 4 o'clock,
go ahead.
And the sun is getting real low. We got a very, very exciting announcement. We've been talking about this since the beginning of the Sunday show, and that is Granblue Fantasy Relink. Finally got some gameplay. I believe it has over 5 or 8 minutes of gameplay. The shit is fucking fire. Remember, this is the game coming to you by Platinum Games. So we're going to head on over here to Dual Shockers and see if they got it. Yes, they do got it. Bro.
Wait, is that Square Enix one?
No, the Granblue Fantasy.
I think it's the Side Games one, right?
Yeah, this is Side Games and
Platinum
Games.
I thought you were talking about the Babylon one.
No. But look at this shit, bro. Like, it's a lot. Like, we knew it looked good when we saw it, but it looks a lot better, bro. Like, it looks really, really good.
Yes, not car will be discless one. Yeah, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, they said.
No, I'll just read out on Comprehensive's Twitter reply. Lockhart will be discless, and it will be discless. Anyway.
So, do you think we're going to see Lockhart at E3? Because they already showed the most powerful one.
No, see, you're saying one game. I'm talking about who would be running 5 games in the background. Like,
no one would, man.
Right, that's what I mean. Yeah. It's like this 16 party chat limit, dude. You don't want to like have 16 people in the party chat.
Damn, do y'all see this shit?
It's an option, I guess.
Oh my
God. Yeah, exactly. You get some options, but that's it. That's what it is.
Bro, hold on, Adam. You gotta look at the podcast, bro. I've been waiting for Granblue Fantasy for thousands of years, bro. This shit looks really, really good.
It's not my sort of game, but
wow! Look at that fucking dragon, man.
It had set pieces. That's what kind of just drew my attention.
Yeah, bro. Look at this town. It reminded
me of a third-person game.
I like this art, bro. I love this artwork, bro. Look at this fucking town, bro. Like, oh my god. This is like going back to the classic days of good Japanese RPGs, man. Really good. Like you said, set pieces, scenery is amazing.
They don't have any new gameplay, though?
Yeah, they got new gameplay. Okay. I wanted to exit out of here real quick.
Because people don't know this game exists, so I feel like you got to show some of the viewers what this is all about. It might just really impress some people.
4 different videos of gameplay, bro. They got 4 different videos of gameplay. They're calling these the Dragon Knights. I guess we'll show this one off first. If my podcast starts to stutter at all, you let me know, okay?
Okay, no, you're good. You're good.
No, you're good.
You're smooth as hell, actually.
Yeah, but I gotta say that, man. Like these past few weeks, man. The past 2 weeks, man. I don't know what it has been with PlayStation fans, but people really be losing their minds, man. They're like, what the fuck's going on?
I'm not doing that because it's a lot of shit that opened my eyes over the last year or two with games going.
Listen, I'm embracing the aspects of if shit happens.
Bro, look at this fucking game, bro. This is fucking Platinum Games all over. You can look at it and say it's Platinum Games, bro. God damn. Oh yeah, this is day one, bro. I've been waiting for this one.
I'm glad they're bringing us Bayonetta as a remaster of Bayonetta.
Oh, yeah.
That's the Vanquish bundle, right?
Yeah, the Vanquish bundle.
I'm still Bayonetta too. I really still want to play a game because I'm a big...
Now, I'm going to put it because of this art style. I'm not saying that it can't go to the Switch.